All right, so we're going to be creating a topiary landscape. These papers can go to the side for the moment. You'll need the bright green one because that's where we're going to be drawing our topiary bush and cutting it out. You're going to start with a pretty large circle in the middle, and we're drawing a bear. So the circle should probably be bigger than your hand when your hand is spread out. So mine, it's like kind of in between, but probably with your hand, it's going to be about the size where your hand could fit in the middle. And this is the back, so don't worry about it looking sketchy or weird or drawing it too small and then having to draw it big again. After that, you're going to draw a circle that's kind of attached to the top left. This is the head. See how it overlaps? That's okay, because you're not going to see that later on. After that, you have your big circle and little circle attached. We're going to make it look more like a bear by adding some ears. So add 2 little round half circle ears on the top. Once you're done with that, we're going to make this look more like a bear. I want you to think about it as a bear that's kind of half sitting. So we're going to do one leg that's extended and one leg that's kind of like under him sitting down. If this is kind of hard, you don't have to do this part. It already kind of looks like a bear. But if you want to, you can do this part. It is up to you. So from the right under the head, I'm going to draw kind of the first part of the leg and then the paw. Kind of looks like a sock, but it's a big fuzzy bear paw. For the back leg, I'm going to start from the back right side and kind of swoop underneath. Well, first I have to make the head a little pointier for the snout. Then the back, we're going to kind of blend it into the body a little bit, so it'll come down a little bit, and then make a big fuzzy paw like that. Remember, your bear does not have to look like mine. So we're going to, when you cut, you're only going to cut the outside. So you're not going to cut the head separate or the legs separate, but only this outside line that I'm kind of tracing a little bit darker. Once again, this is the back. So when I flip this over, it'll look like just one clean shape with no lines. So when you're ready, go ahead and cut just the outside edge. If you accidentally cut something off, that's okay. We're collaging, which means we're going to be gluing things down. So you can always glue things back together later on. Just keep track of your pieces. Also, keep track of, or keep that extra green. We're going to use that for extra bushes for the background of our topiary bear. All right, so here's my bear. Remember, this is the back. On the front, if you want to, you can add a few lines to kind of show the difference between certain areas. So a little bit of a line just to show where the head kind of is. Not all the way though. A little bit of a line for the leg and a little bit of the rounded part for the back paw. So you can do that. You don't have to though. It kind of helps shape our bear a little bit so you can see the form. All right, so with your extra papers and your extra light green, we're gonna make a background for your topiary. I crumpled my paper up because I forgot. But start with your light blue paper as the background and glue this long green one onto the paper. Make sure that it's not hanging off the edge of the blue paper. You don't want to make this any bigger. So just kind of glue it right on the bottom with the edges of the bottom matching up. So let me show you real quickly how this is going to progress. So you'll start with your ground, and then you will put clouds in it next, because those need to go behind things. You can rip them or cut them. Then with your extra white paper, you can make stems for extra trees or bushes. I use brown crayon just to make texture on them. Then you can use your extra green to add the extra topiaries. You can make fun shapes, or you can just make them look like natural bushes. And then you'd put your topiary bear on top. So here's it slowed down. I'm gonna work on my sky first, then my bushes, and then I'll put my bear on top of it at the end. I'm gonna put my bear on it now, or I'm gonna glue it last, but I'm gonna put it on now so that way while I'm arranging, I can space things out nicely. So you can put different shapes on top as long as you don't glue them down, but you must glue the ground down first, and then you can glue the clouds down, and then glue everything green last. So I'm gonna just arrange them right now, but I'm gonna glue them last. All right, so I have my topiary scene glued down. Next time we're gonna add some shadows and some textures. Make sure that you have everything glued down, hopefully with a glue stick, not that huge glue bottle, before you put things in. Extra papers can go in behind this if you are not done.